Hola estudiantes, we're going to talk about demonstrative adjectives. Demonstrative adjectives indicate where something is. In Spanish, they show if something is close to, not as close to, or far away from the speaker. Here's a chart with some demonstrative adjectives. Now, just like any adjective, a demonstrative adjective will agree with the noun it describes in both gender and number. So let's look at the far left side of the chart where it says close. If an item is close to the speaker and they want to say this item, if the item is masculine, you use este. If the item is feminine, you use esta. Also, notice that that would be singular. If you had more than one item and you wanted to say these items, you would use estos or estas. Estos would describe masculine plural nouns, and estas would be used to describe feminine plural nouns. So notice we have this and these. This is este or esta, and these are estos or estas. Also notice that I made the T's red because I have a little saying that might help you remember. This and these have T's. If you notice the middle column where it says not close, those are exactly like the close column. The only difference is they don't have a T. Having said that, let's move over to the middle column. If an item is not close to the speaker and they want to say that item instead of this item, they use the words ese or esa. Again, ese is used for masculine noun and esa is used for a feminine noun. If you have more than one item and you want to say those items, you could say esos or esas, depending on whether it's masculine or feminine. And remember, they're both plural. So if the items, I should say, are masculine, you use esos. If they're feminine, you use esas. Make sure you're filling in the chart below as we go through. Let's look at the far right side of the chart. Far away. If something is very far away from the speaker, they want to say that or those. The difference is distance. So basically you could think of it as saying that way over there. So that item way over there would either be aquel or aquella. Aquel is masculine singular and aquella is feminine singular. If you want to say those items over there, you use aquellos for masculine plural and aquellas for feminine plural. Make sure you've completed parts 1 and 2 before you move on your note guide. Demonstrative adjectives appear before a noun, and they agree in number and gender with the noun they describe. So make sure you fill out part 3 of your note guide before you move on. Let's look over this and these. Remember, this and these have T's. Now, me gusta este anillo means I like this ring. Este means this, and we chose este, the masculine, because it agrees with anillo. Yo no quiero esta blusa means I don't want this blouse. As the speaker, I must be close to the item because I'm saying this blouse. Again, remember this is either este or esta, and in this case, because blusa is feminine, you must use esta to say this. Now we'll go plural. Estos uniformes son feos. These uniforms are ugly. We used estos because estos agrees with uniformes, which is not only plural, but masculine. And the last example with this and these, estas galletas son buenas. These cookies are good. Estas is feminine and masculine and must agree with galletas. So don't forget, this and these have T's. Now let's look at that and those. Not really far, but still a little bit far away from the speaker. Me gusta ese collar means I like that necklace. Now it's not really very close to the speaker and it's not really far away from the speaker. So keep that in mind when you're trying to decide if I want to say this or these or that and those. Yo no quiero esa comida. I don't want that food. Again, here we chose esa to say that because comida is feminine. Esos vestidos son feos. Those dresses are ugly. Esos is not only masculine, but it's plural, and it must agree with vestidos. And finally, esas chicas son simpáticas means those girls are nice. Esas agrees with chicas in gender and number. And notice also we said that the demonstrative adjective goes before the noun. In each case, you'll know that that's true. The noun is underlined. Okay? Now let's practice with that item way over there or far away. Okay? So me gusta aquel arte means I like that art over there. So it's far away from the speaker. Aquel is masculine and singular because arte is masculine and singular. Yo no quiero aquella chaqueta. I don't want that jacket over there. Aquella is feminine because chaqueta is feminine. Aquellos chicos son inteligentes. Those boys over there are smart. Aquellos is masculine and plural because chicos is masculine and plural. Finally, aquellas escuelas son buenas means those schools over there are good. Aquellas is feminine and plural because escuelas is feminine and plural. And remember, the demonstrative adjective comes before the noun. That art, that jacket, those boys, those schools. Practiquemos. Okay, use your chart and make sure that you're filling in your note guide as we go through the practice, okay? So for numero uno, we want to say this shirt is pretty. So using the chart, we need to find this. We see we have two options, este or esta. The best choice in this case would be esta because camisa is feminine and singular. Let's look at numero dos. We want to say those uniforms are cheap. But keep in mind, we're talking about distance from the speaker, and this tells us it's those far away. So we want to use the far away column. It needs to agree with uniforms. Uniforms is masculine and plural, so the best choice here would be aquellos. Aquellos uniformes son baratos. Those uniforms over there are cheap. Look at tres. That meaning closer. So it's not super far away from the speaker, so we're going to use the middle column of the demonstrative adjectives on the note guide to help us with this one. So that competition is important. Notice competencia is feminine, therefore the best choice here would be to say esa competencia es importante. Let's look at cuatro. I want to say I like these shoes. So the shoes are close to me as the speaker. I want to choose from the close column to say these, and because shoes are masculine and plural, the best choice here would be estos. Me gustan estos zapatos. Número 5. That boy is fast. So it's closer, it's not super far away, so we want to go with the middle column. I want to say that boy is fast would be ese chico es rápido, because ese is masculine and singular. Couple more. That team is blue. The team is far away, so we need to choose from the far away column. And we want to say that team being masculine and singular, so we would say aquel equipo es azul. Número 7. Those sportsmen are very fast. So keep in mind we said sportsmen instead of women because rápidos ends in an OS, which tells us that they're sportsmen and not women. So we need to make sure we use the those that agrees masculine. Okay? So we need to choose from the middle column. It's plural and it's masculine, so the best choice would be esos. Esos deportistas son muy rápidos. Okay? We have a few more here. I'd like you to do these on your own. Más práctica. You're trying to say that skirt is pretty. These books are cheap. That class is important. I like those sandals. This game is boring. That team is bad. And those bicycles are expensive. Please pause the video at this time and fill in part 5, Más práctica. If you have additional questions, see the notes provided on page 100 of your textbook. And make sure that you write down at least one comment or question that you have after watching the video so that we can go over it before you take your flipped mini quiz tomorrow in class. Adios!